Hey folks, I'm back. It's me, Mahbub Chowdhury, aka the People's Coach, aka your host and speaker for today. Son, come here. Say hello, everybody.
No.
Why not? Say hello, everybody.
No.
Why not? Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Alright then, go. Folks, I do apologise for the interruption. That was my son just messing around, taking up my time whilst I'm speaking. He wants his due attention. But anyway, moving onwards and upwards with the show. What I was talking to you guys about is this: having family problems. Yes, that's right. Each and every one of us out there. Who here, first of all, doesn't have family problems? I have family problems. You have family problems. And do you know what it boils down to? The thing with family problems is you will not get along with every single personality. No. Some you will, some you won't. Or with that person, that individual, you will not. You just don't see eye to eye. They know your triggers, you know their triggers. As soon as they say something, you're off. You're shouting, you're reacting, you're responding, and vice versa. Now, how do we tackle this situation? Well, let me tell you something. Let me bring something to your attention. Maybe you already know this. And if you already know this, then you should be working towards resolving the situation more intelligently. Now, the breakdown of a family is poor communication. Now, poor communication equals somewhere along the lines, someone is not listening. When you stop listening, you stop understanding. Listening is the actual first step of understanding. And then comes sympathy and empathy. But what tends to happen is two people are trying to get their saying, their words in. Or you're trying to overpower one another. But do you know what happens? When you do this, you get nowhere. In fact, it creates a lot more tension. So what tends to happen is miscommunication takes place. Now, when miscommunication takes place, there's a lot of resentment, there's a lot of bitter treatment, ill treatment towards one another. Now, what do? Sometimes we need to either stay silent or we need to back down. We don't always have to have the last word if you want to communicate more effectively. Because when we pick moments when we should be silent, when we need not to say anything, then our understanding and our listening skills increase. And as it increases, you may discover something new that you didn't know before, something that you may have disregarded before. Now all of a sudden, it's brought to your attention. Now when you're able to do this, you're able to deal with that individual a lot more better. This is the thing that I'm trying to bring to your attention. Every one of us out there has a different way of looking at life. We have a different meaning and interpretation that we give to situations that unfold or things that we get involved in. Especially when it comes down to interacting with each other, one another. So people, when you don't listen, that is the breakdown of a relationship. And this also translates into many other areas. Transfers into many other areas of your life, whether it be in your work area, academic life, or your personal life. If you do not adopt listening, you're not going to be able to communicate effectively. If you do not try and adopt sympathy and empathy, how are you going to sort things out? It's not always about the voice. The one that screams the loudest gets heard. That is not always the case. Because the more louder you scream, the more they scream, and it keeps on escalating. Two people are screaming, and sometimes when two people are screaming, they can end up saying the same thing, but in a different way. So people, if you want to get heard, if one is screaming, for example, you be silent. And once they finish what they want to say, then you can talk. And sometimes you don't even have to talk. It's just a case of you hearing them out. And when you don't do this, then of course there's going to be a lot of conflict. And you don't want that now, do you? So people, let's adopt some of these tips I've just mentioned, and watch, when you do adopt these things, you can make progress. But bear this in mind, it's not an overnight thing. You may have adopted it once, and it may have worked. You may try to adopt these tips again, and it may not work, because sometimes you feel good about yourself, you've had a good day, then you're able to respond a lot more better. Sometimes you've had a stressful day, and they come your way and they even stress you out a lot more. They get you to react. So therefore, be mindful about these sort of things, because these are contributing factors that will dictate and govern how you respond to your nearest loved one in your family. So people, those are just a few things I thought I might bring to your attention. I thought I might highlight and bring to your attention. Take it on board, implement it, digest it, incorporate it. I don't know, do whatever it is that you want with this piece of information. Until then, take care, stay strong, stay focused, and always live to learn to empower and inspire the lives of many as well as yourself. Bye for now.